who else is better to understand this calling? Like, you know, if I could shake it and be a normal person and let it go, I would, but I can't. I'm oftentimes just attracted to authenticity. So when I find individuals like yourself who are like very authentic and true, I just keep like, oh, tell me more.
You can feel that. I mean, that is a superpower. All right, everyone, welcome back to the Wavy Music News Podcast. I am M. The Myth, your host. Today, we've got someone who's not just an artist, he's a force. Our guest is the award-winning alternative rock rap powerhouse from Jersey City, KNoWTe.
And the Wavy goes to No for Quinn.
He's the king of the stage, the heartbeat of the Worthy family, and the mind behind some of the most explosive performances in the Northeast. His sound blends headbanging rock with rapid-fire rap cadences, the kind of intensity that leaves you somewhere between mesmerized and absolutely unhinged in the best way. His music video, Quinn, didn't just make noise, it swept festivals, earned him awards.
You hold me down,
get your
straps of my vest, your doves become my drug. It's about community, and I'm not up here by myself.
And landed him in Variety. With over 500,000 streams and views across platforms, plus his early 2000s inspired Outkast anthem, One Last Time, leading a whole new wave, it's clear this former misfit is building a movement, not just a fan base. And today, he's here as a part of the Wavy Awards family. KNoWTe, welcome to the show.
Great to be here. Like, oh my God, that intro, you have me blushing over here. Like, I'm usually red, but I'm more red.
Oh my God, you're amazing. You deserve all the accolades and compliments. How's it going? Tell us what's going on.
It's going good. Things have been lively. The family's growing stronger, and like, that's what you always love to see. I got into this music thing with one goal and one purpose in mind, and that was to create a community where people can feel a sense of belonging, even when times I didn't feel like I belonged. So to create that community and see that community grow, and then also connect with the Wavy's community and become an ambassador. It was the perfect alignment because I also see everything the Wavy's has represented, how much it's helped my career and countless other careers. So like, I'm just thrilled and through the moon and like just excited to be surrounded by so much positivity.
Well, thank you so much for saying that about the Wavies. It's been a lot of work, and truly to see artists be successful and get opportunities and connect and collab is our payoff. So just thanks for acknowledging that. A lot of this is volunteer work, and it's often, you know, we do it because we love you. We love our artists, and we love art. So KNoWTe is one of our Wavy ambassadors, which is a new program we launched. So sort of going on through a series here. This is our third podcast and third interview, and we are highlighting our Wavy ambassadors and their work and who they are. So you can definitely check out the link in show notes to check out their fundraiser, which we'll talk about what they're fundraising for in just a little bit. But I do have a question about the Worthy family and the origins of that. And you said you were creating a community, and I definitely agree. Your vibes and what you put out there, like we align. Yeah.
Yes.
They overlap like the circle. Yeah. Can you tell us the origin of that?
Yeah, you know, I got into this music thing. Like a lot of artists, it's kind of always been part of you. I got into the arts around like 16. I'm 27 now, and I started off in spoken word poetry and communities that were available there. There was like this untitled open mic. It was literally called the Untitled Open Mic at this place called Brood Awakenings when I lived in Lowell, Massachusetts. And I just was so drawn to the community that was there and the connection and just the people that just were highlighting each other. Like no one was competing against. Everyone was just trying to push each other to be the best they could be. And so I've always been drawn to create something like that, but never exactly knew what it was. So once I started pursuing music under the name Note, once I turned like 18, one of the, things that came to mind was not only is it a good play on words, like being noteworthy, but it became a calling card, something that people can relate to, because there's days where you might not feel like you're worthy. You might not feel like you're worthy for more, for what you want out of life, or maybe you don't feel like you're worthy for what you have in life right now. Like you could have nothing but positivity around you, but you find yourself questioning, like, do I deserve it? Am I worth all of that? So I wanted to create a community that very much so answers that question and informs people, inspires people that yes, you are worthy. You are worthy of everything that you want out of life and everything that you currently have in life, and to appreciate all the steps in between. It's been growing over time. In the past 2 years, it's definitely have grown even more as I have grown as an individual. I was afraid to put myself out there and, be myself unapologetically. Once I started doing that, people started following suit. And it's great to see people within the community I'm building start to connect and build their own communities. It's beautiful to see. And I want to continue that even more.
It's so beautiful, and we are so like happy to have you in the Wavy's family. As you're speaking, I sort of was like, I feel unworthy sometimes. And also, sometimes I am not even aware. It's like we can get so lost in our own cycles of thinking, especially as artists. Many of us have this unstructured sort of sense of self, which is really great for creativity, but we can lose ourselves in that and even lose sight of everything that is around us. And I have such a good community too, and I realize I am worthy of that. And it's something that like I haven't really said. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I absolutely, like you are worthy just for being. And you find, especially in these days, that you have to constantly go out there and prove your worth. But just your existence is worthy, and never question that, and never feel like you're not worth more. If you feel as though you want more out of life, go for it. You're just as worthy as the person who you're looking up to that may already have it. You can get there, and yeah. So I'm happy that's radiating your way too.
I can feel it. And it's so true what you said. Sometimes we feel like I feel often that I'm always trying to prove myself, and it's just reality check here. Like what you said, no, we exist, we're here, and period. Let's talk about Quinn.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about everything Quinn, how it came to be, what inspired you, and where the momentum took you?
Yes, no, absolutely. So Quinn is this toxic love story music video. I'm a huge comic book nerd, as you could possibly see in the background. I got a Harley Quinn comic book up there and a bunch of other stuff. A bobblehead. So I'm a huge comic book nerd. And I had this idea for some time. Maybe it's something that rubbed off on me as, I've been with my wife for now almost 9 years, going on 10 years, and she lives in the like the cinematography world. So I find myself, when I write music, almost picturing it and envisioning it. So I had the chorus in my head for about like a year. And then eventually it fleshed out into a full-fledged song. And I was scared to really like throw my all at it, because I knew what I wanted as a visual. I knew I wanted to create that extreme world, to do the song justice, especially as it was titled Quinn, with the Harley Quinn and Joker sort of themes. So it was around the time we did a concept shoot, myself, my wife, and the makeup artist, Milo Mayhem. We did a concept shoot, and I again was super nervous. Like, is this gonna be cool? Like, will it work? All that sort of stuff. But we left just feeling elated and free. And the second Milo put the makeup on me, the second I was like, wow, I really feel alive. Like, even like my manager, Mike Loco, he was like, how are you more comfortable doing photography in full clown makeup than you were as yourself? So I think it was me like stepping my toes out into like the creative space of just unapologetically putting your art out there no matter what people may think. Eventually, I shared the concept shoot and we said it has to be a music video, but it has to be different than the typical music videos. We didn't want to just do cool shot of me performing in makeup. Like, let's tell a story, let's tell something that people can relate to. If you were to take this very strong emotion, which is love, to 11, like what happens if that happens, the obsessive nature, how people can have a toxic relationship with love or one another. They fall in love with the idea of love rather than the person, and really encapsulating that. So we crammed like a 20-minute short film into a 3-minute and 30-second music video. Like, we had so much to tell and it worked. I was incredibly thankful for the Wavies for recognizing it in 2024. That moment like definitely solidified it for me. That was like, okay, me being my weird self and platforming other people to be their weird self, just created so much momentum. And then from there, we started submitting to film festivals, and film festivals even recognized it. We were recognized in the Festival of Cinema NYC this past year for Best Makeup and VFX. So again, shout out Milo Mayhem and Johnny Nightmare. And then we were most recently recognized for Best Music Video in the Revolution Me Film Festival. So it's been eye-opening, just to kind of bring it all back of just be you. And if you got a weird and crazy idea, like, throw everything at it. You'd be surprised how many people will gravitate towards it.
I love that so much. And I totally forgot. I love to listen to a bit of the artist's music at the start of the podcast. So if it's okay with you, can we watch Quinn?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Get ready to have your minds blown, listeners. Here we go.
When it's me, myself, and Hardy, then to God and party. When I'm with their woman army, we got a dove that kills, we're dropping bodies. When it's me, myself, and Hardy, then to God and party. Then call us crazy, call us Connies. We got a dove that kills, we're dropping bodies. You hold me down, duck these straps on my vest. Your doves become my drug. If I don't get my fix, I'm a mess. You know I die for you, you kill for me. They say we're obsessed. I know we're not, but if they take you away, I'm taking their breath. I think it's only fair. Oh, homie, don't you dare. The only reason you're alive is cause she told me care. She keeps me grounded when I'm in the air. She needs me, I am there. Till death row does this spot, go get the second chair. Yeah, me, myself, and Hardy, then to God and party. When I'm with their woman army, we got a dove that kills, we're dropping bodies. When it's me, myself, and Hardy, then to God and party. They call us crazy, call us Connies. We got a dove that kills, we're dropping bodies. When it's you who drives my crazy self and Hardy. Me, we've been fighting ages, but we're still my body. They call us crazy, call it a family, and they try to take it from me. Then I'm dropping bodies. They don't understand it, they see a dove, they want us to band it to each other. What we're doing is damage, another but hurt, another but pain. They call me a curse, they say that you changed, they say that I did it, that I without you, I don't want to live in it. I drain the Atlantic if you leave me and burn the whole planet, damn it. Let's place the world together, build it back even better. Me and you can't be severed, by my side you're always tethered. I'd rearrange your letters, you and I are stuck together. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. will die. Forever your mind, third eye to my eye, the perfect demise. We stare at the skies, leave no one to die, no one to die, no one to try to take you from mine. No one to hide, forever your mind, take all of your time. My love is a crime, I feel like I'm high. When it's me, myself, and Hardy, then you know to God and party. When I'm with their woman on me, we got a love that kills, we're dropping bodies. When it's me, myself, and Hardy, then you know to God and party. Then call us crazy, call us carnies. We got a love that kills, we're dropping bodies. When it's you drive my crazy self and Hardy. Me, we've been fighting to make this world still my body. Then call us crazy, call it a
Yes! Oh my god, I had not seen that in a while. That is so insane. I love all the close-ups too. It's so intense. It's such an beautiful story, as you were saying. It really, knowing a little bit about that background, that you were creating like a film within 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Incredible. I'm so happy and proud of you. It still has its life, and that people are still recognizing it. A lot of our listeners, you might be artists, so you might know, but some of you might not. But when we do a music video, it is so much work. It is so much of our heart and soul and energy. And to put it out there and just have it disappear like a year later is just the worst thing that can happen. Please go watch this music video again. Give it its likes, its views, its love, comment on it, and check out the future project. What was sort of the moment you realized this was going to be a banger? And then we'll jump into some other stuff about the ambassador program.
Absolutely. I honestly, like, to answer the last part first, I guess. Like, when did I know it was going to be a banger? I had no idea. I knew it was strong, but I didn't know whether or not it would click. And I think the moment it clicked was when we did the release party for it, like 2 days before the Wavy Awards. And we showed it for the first time. And everyone was just like glued to their chairs, just like watching it. And at the explosion part, everyone just was like, yeah, like mid music video. I was like, oh, okay, so we do have something cool here. Together, forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, ever. But like throughout the creative process, I was really trying to like trust the process, but I was also very just anxious and nervous because I remember like I first received the edit and I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this. Did we just spend all of this time, effort, money, organization? Like, is it really gonna work? And I'm very thankful for the fact that the cinematographer and editor, Johnny Nightmare, was able to deal with my insanity, both on screen and off screen in post-production, where we sat on that call for maybe like 5 hours, like dissecting shot after shot after shot, rearranging it. There's probably like 3 or 4 different edits of this thing, 8 different storyboards. You know, there's so many like unused scenes as well. The whole process was like a process of passion. Everyone believing that like, no. It will be cool. Like, we just gotta keep rolling with the punches and rolling with the motions, especially because we had such a good cast on set. You know, everyone on set was so for it. And so willing to help. And I try to create an environment where anyone can sort of share their ideas and stuff like that. So we even had like certain, cast members throw out ideas on like, oh, maybe, what if I acted it this way in terms of some of the extras in the chairs and stuff like that. And they were also even willing to stay late. As I'm sure you know, like, you plan like a 5-6 hour shoot, sometimes it turns into 7-8. And they were just willing to stay the whole time. I'm just incredibly thankful for everyone that was on set, everyone that just contributed to the environment that it was. I had no idea until that moment in the bar where we showed it for the first time, and everyone was just so ecstatic for it.
I mean, it's an incredible video, and I'm so excited that you said there's unreleased footage. You could totally tease that. You're teasing us now. We want to see. In some way, you should think about releasing that. Maybe if you donate to the Flip Cause. So going into the Wavy Ambassador Program, it's our first year at the Wavies that we're doing this, and this is our first cohort and class of ambassadors. We were so impressed by them. They were so impressive. Some of them have been in our community for a minute, and I want to talk to you more about that. What sort of does it mean to you to be an ambassador, and what are you raising funds for? What's your project? How can we help you? We can help him by donating money. Go do that, but tell us more.
Yes, it means the world to be an ambassador for programs such as the Wavies. Everything you all represent is everything I aspire to put out into the world, and that is creating a platform where everyone feels worthy, like we touched on it a little earlier in this conversation. Everyone feels connected, and everyone has an opportunity to get the recognition that they may not get if it was any other platform, because they don't know X person, or they're not friends with this person, or they don't have the followers or the streams or whatever. Like you all look at the individual and assess them for the person they are in front of you and the art that they bring to the table. So to be a representation of that and a representative of that through the ambassador program is just something that I'm incredibly honored, and I want to do everything in my power to further that message. With that, I was thinking, like, okay, what can I do with the platform you have bestowed me? I got into this music thing, like I said, with one goal in mind, and that was to make people feel connected to something bigger than themselves, and to create conversations that people might not be able to express verbally, but can express and feel connected to through song or visual. So I really, sat for a while as I was putting together the campaign. What do I want to touch on? I came to the conclusion of Project Worthy. Mental health is just such a core to my being. Although things are getting better, I still do think that it appears to be a taboo subject. That people don't want to really talk about or recognize as something that can be truly, truly debilitating. And oftentimes they look at the signs of, if somebody's lashing out and all that, as that's who they are. And it's like, you got to look past, what is being presented, and more so, where's the hurt coming from? I have this idea, going back to the visuals, I have this idea for a music video that I really want to encapsulate that story and that message of where some of the pain may come from, and how, it could possibly carrying certain generational traumas. Like, I'm sure everyone can relate to a parent that, unfortunately passes down something only because they don't know any better. And so I want to create a music video where it tells the story of a young soon-to-be father who struggles with depression, OCD, suicidal ideation, and how it manifests in the household, within themselves, the outbursts, how there really cries for help, and how that could impact any future offspring. So I'm sure anyone can relate to a story such as that. Any money that people are willing to contribute would help with any and all production costs, mixing, mastering, recording, the visuals, the actors, set design, all that sort of stuff, as well as help us just be able to push the message out further for people that need to feel like, I feel heard for once. And my goal with this video is that any and all royalties that is made from the video, I do want to give back to a mental health organization. I don't have one in mind at this moment, but I definitely want to make sure I do my due diligence and research to find the one that most benefits individuals to get the help they need before they go down these certain roads, you know, and to understand that they are worth that help, because so many people can feel like, I want help, but am I worth the help? So that's my goal, that's my vision, and that's what I want to do with Project Worthy.
That is so amazing, Note. Just an incredible project and story, entertaining and nuanced, and a powerful message. And your work and your vision and your spirit is just unbelievable. What a powerful artist you are. I thank you for just sharing this time with me today. I feel more worthy. I really do. And listeners, please check out the Flip Cause. And if you feel so inclined, and I'm sure you fucking do, just donate what you can, a cup of coffee or more if you have more funds, you know, anything to spread this beautiful artist's incredible message. It has wings. This artist has wings, and so does their spirit. So if there's one thing you could leave today's listeners with, one promise about the future of Note, what would it be?
I promise to continue to be an advocate for authenticity. That's one thing that I will never shake, no matter how much, you know, the industry tries to, you know, tell you need to be one way or the other in order to climb the ranks. I want to remain authentic to who I am, what I represent, and the people that look up to me that I represent. That's my one promise. That's what I'll continue to do through the music, through my message, and through my voice.
Well, I am certain that that will remain true for you, and thank you for continuing to be an artist. It is not always the easiest path in life, but it's one that I understand we cannot be otherwise. We need you. The world needs you. All right, everybody. That was Note, an artist, visionary, and honestly one of the most electrifying forces in this entire movement. Thank you for bringing all that fire, honesty, and authenticity to the Wavy Music News podcast. If you're listening, go run up the streams, watch Quinn 500 times if you haven't somehow, and tap the Worthy family, because this takeover is already happening. Note, we're honored to have you in the Wavy Awards family, and to everyone who tuned in, we'll see you on the next episode.